Okay guys, so here we go. We're looking at number 8. So it's given this point on the terminal side, find the exact values for all trig functions. Okay, so here we go. Let's graph this. So -5, -8. Remember also label your triangle A, O, H. First step, we gotta find our missing side. So -5 squared plus -8 squared equals c squared. So 25. Please be careful when you square a negative, you should get a positive. Plus 64. So we get an 89. And then we take the square root. And 89 is prime, so we're going to actually leave this as the square root of 89. So please remember that hypotenuse is never, ever negative, no matter where we are. SOHCAHTOA, S-O-H-C-A-H-T-O-A. Okie dokie, so let's find sine. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite is -8 over the square root of 89. We're going to take care of the rationalization at the end. Okay, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So -5 over the square root of 89. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So opposite over adjacent, which is -5. I can clean that one up because it's two negatives. Okay. Here we go. Reciprocal of sine is cosecant. Flip. So square root of 89 over -8. Reciprocal of cosine is secant. And that's the square root of 89 over -5. And then cotangent is just 5 over 8. Okay. Now, let's go back and rationalize. So we have to multiply the top and the bottom by 89. Square root of 89. I'm so sorry. So this will be -8 square root of 89. Two square roots of 89 cancel out just to give us 89. Okay. And we're going to repeat the same thing down here for cosine. And I get -5 square root 89 over 89. And we're done with that one. Cute little problem. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so now number 5. I am so sorry. Whew! Number 9. We're solving equations. We haven't done this one in a while. Okay, so here we go. We're going to subtract 2 from both sides, because remember, we're getting sine x squared by itself. So I get 4 sine squared x equals 3. Now again, we're slowly getting things away, so we're going to divide by 4. Now, we've got to get rid of the square, and the only way to get rid of the square is by taking the square root. Whoops. So square root, square root. So sine x equals, remember, plus or minus, because we just put that square root into that problem. Can I take the square root of 3? No, we cannot. Can I take the square root of 4? Yes. Okay. So the question is, when does sine equal the square root of 3 over 2, regardless of the positive and the negative? So let's look at our good old buddy, the unit circle. So sine, remember, is your y value. So pi over 3 and 2 pi over 3, 4 pi over 3, and 5 pi over 3. Now, what really is cool, okay, again, I think is cool, is that, hold on, you should always have the same denominator. If you end up with two different denominators here, you know you have made a mistake. You've got to be careful. Okay. Number 10. 6 cosine x minus 4 equals 4 cosine x minus 3. Okay. So what we want to do is get cosines on one side and regular numbers on the other. Okay, so what I'm going to do is subtract 4. So 6 cosine x cancels. 4 cosine x, and that equals 1. Oh, so sorry. Plus 1. Whew. Minus 4 cosine x. These allergies are going to kill me. So this gives me 2 cosine x equals 1. Okay. Divide by 2. Now, there is no square on this x, so we are done with the problem. So now we're just going to go look, when does cosine equal 1/2? So remember, we're looking for positive. So cosine equals 1/2 at pi over 3. And then down here at 5 pi over 3. So x equals pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3. We are rocking and rolling. Number 11. 2 cosine squared x equals 1. Okay. So again, got to get this by ourselves, so we're going to divide by 2. But notice what's a little different between this problem and that last problem. This one has a square. Okay. So the only way we can get rid of a square is by taking the square root. So cosine x equals, we just put that in, so plus or minus. Square root of 1 is 1. The square root of 2 we can't do, so we'll leave that there. But y'all know we can't have that. That's a major no-no. So we're going to take the square, rationalize both the top and the bottom to get rid of that. So when I'm done, you get plus or minus the square root of 2 over 2. So just remember, this will be plus or minus square root of 2 over the square root of 4, and that square root of 4 turns into 2. Okay? So this is saying, regardless of positive or negative, when does cosine equal the square root 2 over 2? Let's get that unit circle. So, pi over 4, I like the 4s because notice they're always the same in there except for their signs. So pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4, and 7 pi over 4. Okay, so pi over 4. Oh, can y'all see? Oops. 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4, and 7 pi over 4. Okay. I hope this is helping, and I'll see you on the next video.